Hello? Hello, are we on? We're on? We're okay, good. Hi everybody, it's Cubbie, and this is the very first episode of Cubbie Cuddles Your Brain. Yay! So, this is not actually my first scope, because I've been practicing making scopes for a little while, but I was on another channel. So the things that you want to know, I live with Sean and Rebecca. They are my people. And, so Rebecca, who is my camera woman, she has her own scope channel. So that's where I started out. And, but we had so much fun making scopes that I decided I wanted to do my own show. So that's what I'm doing now. So hello to those of you who are watching. Welcome. I hope that you will chat with me as I'm hanging out here, and give me some hearts if you like what you see. And 'cause Cubbie loves the love. And share the broadcast if you like it. You can swipe up and down on your phone if you have an Android, and you can swipe left and right if you are on an iPhone, and you can click follow if you want to follow me and see all my episodes, and you can share it if you want to invite other people to come and watch what I'm doing. So today, I decided to make a scope, and I decided that this would be a good time to start my broadcast, because I kind of have a lot of time on my hands right now, because I am waiting for the dishwasher installer. I promised Sean and Rebecca that I would wait for him to come, so to make sure that there was somebody to answer the door. And So here's what has been happening. So I'm camped out right now on the dishwasher. As you can see, I've made a little blanket fort. Actually, it's kind of a towel fort. Rebecca helped me build it. And I'm waiting here, and this is the front hallway by the front door, because what happened is, Rebecca ordered a dishwasher from Best Buy, like, a long time ago, like, super long time ago, and, like, they just kept calling, and they were like, oh, we have to reschedule your delivery. Oh, wait, we're gonna send the installer after the delivery before the delivery comes, and, we'll get around to it. Oh, I'm sorry, did we forget to deliver your new dishwasher that you ordered like 2 weeks ago? So it's been a little bit frustrating, and Rebecca spent a lot of time on the phone just trying to get the dishwasher here, so it's finally here, and tomorrow we're finally gonna get it installed. Oh my god, I am so tired of doing dishes, you guys, like, you have no idea. It is crazy. So, but yeah, so it's been so long that we're, like, totally afraid to, like, go to the bathroom and, like, pee, because, like, what if we miss it? And then they're just like, oh, I'm sorry, like, now you have to wait, like, another month before we can send an installer out. Like, who does that? Like, if I just didn't show up to my job, like, I was like, oh, I'll be at my job between 10 and 6, like, I would get fired, like, that's not cool. Like, I don't understand why that's okay in some industries and not in others. So I'm just hanging out here, and Rebecca says that, because where we are, it's like 10 o'clock at night or something like that, and Rebecca says that is too late for the delivery man to come, but I don't know, like, I just feel like he could show up at any time, and, like, we should just be ready. So I told Rebecca I was not going anywhere. I was just gonna watch until the guy gets here. So we built a little blanket fort for me, and Rebecca made a little sleeping bag with a pillow, and I have a mug for my hot chocolate, and I know that the mug is almost as big as I am, but I like a lot of hot chocolate between you and me. And I have a little campfire, and it's just a candle light bulb thing, but that's because it is not safe to make a campfire on a cardboard box inside house. It's not safe, so you should not do that. And what else? And I have my Wookiee toy, Mr. Fuzzybutt. He sleeps with me every night, and so he is there to keep me company. And oh yeah, and that's Hoffman. He is one of the gnomes who lives in the house. The thing about gnomes is that when you get one, like, they kind of all just show up and they, like, hang out and they, eat a lot of snacks and they watch a lot of TV and they're like, oh, we're just gonna crash for, like, a day, and then they just keep staying. Except when they went to Burning Man. But they brought me back some pretty cool gifts, so I guess that was okay. But anyway, so I set up this blanket fort, and Hoffman is all like, oh, dude, like, I'm totally camping with you. Like, this is just like being back at Burning Man. So he's a little sacked out already. I think he said he was eating special s'mores tonight, and he got really sleepy after that. So I don't know what's going on with that, but I'm not eating the special s'mores because I don't want to fall asleep and miss the installation guy who could get here at any moment. So anyway, so I figured I would do a scope and I would come and talk to all of you and say hi and introduce myself. I have a YouTube channel that I'm putting up all my old stuff on, so you can always go check me out there too. Cubbie the Cub everywhere, on Twitter and on Periscope and on YouTube and everything. So I'm kind of getting around. This is like really exciting. Like I feel like this is like my big break, like super excited about that. So let's see, I remember, I wanted to tell you guys about something that I heard on the internet that I think is pretty crazy, that I just had to tell you guys about. So there's a doctor, or like a bunch of doctors, and they're going to do a head transplant. Like, a whole head. Like, a person's head. Like, and this is like in, like, Russia or something. There's a guy who's like, yeah, I'm totally down. Like, take my head off of my body and put it on somebody else's body. And, like, that's totally cool. Like that sounds like a good day to me. And I guess, like, that's the kind of thing you do when you live in Russia and it's a country run by a guy whose name means fart and who throws out all the cheese, and it's just, I don't know, I just think Russia must be a crazy place. But so anyway, so there's these doctors who are gonna, like, transplant a human head, and I'm just like, that is so that's like Frankenstein and stuff. And here's the thing. Here's what is really weirding me out about this whole thing. So, when you get a head transplant, is it like a body that gets a new head or a head that gets a new body? Like, which are you? Like, are you the person who was the body, or are you the person who was the head? I know, right? It's like pretty freaky. So I'm just trying to imagine this, and I don't know, like, what you are. It's like that thing where it's like, if you take a boat and you replace enough pieces of it, is it still the same boat? And I don't know. People, why do people come up with these things? Because when you try to think about it, like, it's just freaking me out, and like that, I'm just gonna lie awake all night thinking about that. Like, thanks, Russia. Like, I didn't have bad enough insomnia as it is. Jeez. God. So yeah, it's, I don't know, that's a little bit scary to me. Like, I guess if you had a serious problem, like if you were like paralyzed, or like your body was like messed up in a really bad way and like you needed a new body, like I guess that you would be very grateful for that. But it's just a little like what if you woke up and like suddenly you had somebody else's body? That is just so freaky. And like, what if I woke up and I had like a leopard body? Oh my God, like I don't even know what I would do. I don't even know. That's just too much to think about. So like, yeah. But like that also, it's a good time to talk about stuff like that, though, because we're getting into a very important season. We're almost in Halloween. And Halloween is like my favorite time of year because it's a holiday that is about candy and dressing up and playing jokes on people and all kinds of fun stuff. Like, it's just a fun holiday. Like, it's not like a boring, like, sit around and you have to visit people you didn't want to see, or like people get drunk and remind you of things that you did in 5 years ago that you just, they should just have gotten over already, Aunt Margaret. So, it's so much fun, and it's like time to start getting ready for Halloween. So I've been trying to think of what I should get for my Halloween costume. I definitely welcome suggestions if you have any, because I've been looking online and there's just not a lot of good ideas. Like, first of all, like, people pick costumes sometimes that are just rude. Like, who thinks it's a good idea to, like, dress up as, like, an Indian chief? Like, that's not cool. That's not cool. Like, don't do that. That's awful. You are a terrible person if you dress up as, like, somebody else's, race. That's not cool. So, but then, like, after that, like, then everything else is, like, sexy something. And they're kind of ridiculous. And so, I don't know if I want to be, like, a sexy box of mac and cheese for Halloween. Like, maybe I just want to be a box of mac and cheese because I love mac and cheese. So I don't know. It's just hard to think of a good costume. So but I'm working on it cuz it's getting to be that time already. So what else? Oh, and Halloween is a very important time because the Peeps people, they make marshmallow ghosts and pumpkins and stuff like that, and that is crucial to getting through to the Easter season when there are regular Peeps again. Because as you all know, when you get Peeps, like, you have to, like, leave the package open and let them get stale for the right amount of time, and then, like, they're not always available, so you have to, like, kind of ration these things out. Like, you can't just, like, eat them all, like, in one sitting, like I apparently did at some point, with my Easter Peeps. And apparently there is photographic evidence, but let's just not talk about that particular sugar coma right now. So, So Easter peeps are coming, and I gotta figure out a costume, and there's so much to do to get ready for Halloween. Oh my god, you guys! So so I'm probably gonna go into my blanket fort pretty soon and think about that stuff, and try and figure it out. But I figured that since we were having a camp out, I should definitely tell a ghost story, because campouts are awesome when you have ghost stories. So let's get ready here. I'm gonna tell you. Sean told me the awesomest ghost story, and so I'm gonna share that with you. Okay, so here we go. Oh, because you have to have appropriate lighting to tell a ghost story. Okay, so this is a story about a guy and a girl, and they went out and they went to a park, and they parked a car and left the radio on, and I guess the story took place in olden times, because who listens to the radio anymore? Don't you have music on your iPod or your phone or something to play? Or at least a CD, why would you bother? If you're trying to create romantic sexy times, why would you put on something that has commercials? I'm just saying. I mean, maybe hear an IKEA jingle float your boat or something, but I'm just thinking that, for creating a mood, you probably want to, have a little more control over the situation is all I'm saying. So they go there and they park and they have the radio on, because let's just say that the guy needed to charge his phone or something, and or I don't know, they were having an Al Green marathon, and it was oh, that's all sexy and stuff like that. So they're in the car, and they're trying to, get a little cozy and make out and, whatever you're gonna do, and we don't need to get into the TMI there, but, then a special bulletin alert comes on the news, and they're all and the news guy is all oh my god, you guys, there's totally a maniac who, escaped from the prison, and he's crazy, and he's a killer, and he has a hook instead of a hand, because something horrible happened in the course of his life that he has a hook that he kills people with. And so you should all run and get inside and close the door and lock the door and don't look outside, because even if the hook guy's not there, it might be that creepy Burger King dude peering in your window like a peeping Tom. And why hasn't anybody arrested him yet, by the way? I'm just saying. So that happens, and talk about a mood killer, right? So the girl is all oh my god, we should leave, oh, that's so scary, because this is totally a story from olden times. I'm sorry, I have to turn off the light for a sec and just say this is definitely a story from olden times, because that is really kind of a sexist thing to be why is the girl all scared and the guy isn't freaking out, and the guy is just oh, come on, baby, let's keep kissing on each other and holding hands and snuggling and whatnot, and the girl's oh no, I'm so scared. That's ridiculous. But okay, but you just have to accept that is what happened. The girl is just a particularly nervous individual or something. So, okay. So back to the story. So now they're back to the Al Green marathon, and they're snuggling, and they're trying to kiss, and the girl's I think I heard a noise. Did you hear a noise? And the guy's no, baby, I didn't hear a noise, except the sound of my heart beating for you. And she's all oh my god, and he's but baby, you're so beautiful. I want to kiss you some more. And so they're kissing, and then there's like a noise again, and she's like, no, I totally heard something. You have to go check. And he's like, oh, come on, baby. Just forget about it. Like, you're just being paranoid. And, like, way to make her feel loved, by the way. Like that, you're taking her concerns so seriously that you can't even be bothered to care about her safety. Like, I'm just saying, like, you're not a very good boyfriend. So then they're kissing some more, and I don't even know why she's with this loser. Like, I think she could do better, but, whatever. That's a story for another day. So then there's another noise, because I don't know, like, they're in, like, the noisiest forest ever or whatever, like, and she's like, no, I definitely heard something. I want to go home. You need to take me home. That's it. And you know what? I'm just gonna empower the girl in this scenario. This is ridiculous. So I'm gonna say this is a girl's car. This is a girl's car, and she's just like, forget it. I have the key in the ignition, and we are going home. That's it, Buster. Just put on your seatbelt and keep it in your pants. So that's what happens, and so she peels out, like, she's just like, forget it. I don't care if you think that I'm being paranoid. Yes, all women, you don't know what we have it like. And he's like, oh my God. Like, I'm totally gonna go, like, out and knock a few back with the boys after this. And she's like, shut up, we're breaking up. And he's like, whatever. And she's like, whatever. And so they ride in silence the rest of the way. And so then the Al Green becomes sort of ironic, but whatever. So they get back. Okay, we're back. Okay, good. So, geez, Periscope. Had it. Okay, we're back.